So what are we talking about? We are talking about One Punch Man. One Punch! So what are we talking about? We are talking about One Punch Man. Holy shit. Yes, it's over the top. 'Cause it's supposed to be. That's the point. The very first episode of One Punch Man is a little weird. It's laying a lot of groundwork, and the groundwork's a little funky. But yeah, once you hit episode 3, it starts to make sense, and you're like, ah, okay, I see what they're doing. Because the first one, it's weird. But at the same time, I think that's why it works. So One Punch Man is about Saitama. Starts out the series just some guy looking for a job and hating life, and then fights a giant lobster man with underwear. And then resigns himself to being that thing he wished he was when he was a little kid, which is a hero strong enough to beat anybody at one punch. He's like me. He's like the hero version of me. I am an anime reviewer for fun, and I'm going bald, and I'm crushing it with one review at a time. That's right, suck it, internet. You meet Genos. Genos is a cyborg who's out to avenge his family and get revenge on the berserk cyborg. He's kind of not being a hero for fun, he's being a hero for justice, but he's really looking for revenge. And then he meets Saitama, and Saitama basically saves his ass from this crazy mosquito chick. They fight a lot of super ridiculous enemies, like super ridiculous. The very first 3-4 episodes, there's a lot of like animal, weird, mixture mutant enemies that could have crawled out of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, right? They may as well be fighting Bebop and Rocksteady. But think about Spider-Man's villains. What are they called? Vulture, Rhino, Dr. Octopus. It's kind of the same thing. It's supposed to be ridiculous and over the top. That's the point. If you ask Saitama how he gained such power, he will tell you he did 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 squats, and ran a 10-kilometer run every single day for 3 years. There you go, now you know how to do it. Unless there's more to it than that, which obviously there is. Thank you for being on top of that, Genos. Genos and I say bullshit. 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 I could do that. I'm not gonna. I'm in shape. Round is a shape. Bulbous. That is a shape. Bulbous. Ooh. I don't want that to be my superhero name. Everyone gets a superhero name that either you create yourself or, your fans give you. So he's really worried about being called the Caped Baldy, which is kind of what he becomes known as later. So, that's what you get for not coming up with a name. It's so awesome. It's stupid, but it's so stupid, it's awesome. Flash Gordon? Flash Gordon, it goes all the way down this terrible spectrum, but when it hits the bottom, it keeps going so far that it comes back out the top, and now it's stuck up at the top of the awesome meter again. Same thing. This is stupid, this is stupid, this is stupid, this is stupid. Oh my god, this is amazing. So every time there is a ridiculously over-the-top strong, a super OP monster, Saitama can still win, because that's the point, is Saitama is so OP that it doesn't matter how OP you are, he's OP-er! So your enemy always has to go, I'm powering up to my ultimate mode, and then, Saitama lets him, and then Saitama punches him, and then it's it. And now Saitama is fucking bored. This isn't fun. He got into this so he could fight somebody super strong and have this colossal battle, but now he's gotten his wish, and he can beat anybody in one punch, and now he's bored. It's boring. Oh, it's over already? Right? He's like, why did I even show up? He's not taking the credit, he's like taking the infamousness. Because everyone's saying either the monster was super weak or all the other heroes were weaker than they let on, and they all weakened the monster enough to let Saitama beat him that way. And he's just accepting that. So I'm thinking something else is going on here, but I don't know. It's a little more of an ensemble piece. It is mainly focused on Saitama and Genos. Yeah, there's a lot of other characters. My 2 favorite heroes are Moomin Rider and Puri Puri Prisoner. That's right. They have a hero association, and you have to go to the hero association to get certified as a hero. So you have to take the test, there's a physical and a written exam, and in typical letter ranking fashion, there are classes of heroes. Genos is an S-class hero because he's got 100 on both exams. Saitama is a C-class hero because he barely passed the written. He blows all of the physical exam records away. Blows them away. The high jump, he like gets stuck in the ceiling, and it was hilarious. He crushed it on Whack-A-Mole. Crushed it! He's in good company. Moomin Rider is C #1. Like I said, we like Moomin Rider. You meet a #1, a My Mask, and a My Mask is a dick. His secret identity, even though it's not really a secret identity, is he's like a pop idol, a TV star, and like a model, right? He's like a douchebag, all right? He's a super-powered douchebag. There are only so many S-Class heroes, which is technically where Saitama should be. But anyway, you meet all of the S-Class heroes except for one. S-Class #1, you don't meet him. I checked out both audio tracks. The English is actually a really good one. The Japanese one, I would argue, is better. But the English one is really good. I actually really enjoy Saitama's English voice. That guy does a good job of sounding really fucking bored. But that's how he's supposed to sound. If you enjoy it in English, by all means. If you enjoy it subtitled, by all means. Have fun. Knock yourself out. This has one of the best soundtracks I've heard in a long time. The music from One Punch Man is fucking awesome! Everyone's got great theme songs. The action's really cool. It's just fun. The animation is really good. Once again, there's a lot of stills. But when it's action time, holy shit, it is action time, and I love the style. I love the style. It looks great. All the fight scenes, holy shit, they do not skimp out on these fight animations. These things are badass. And then Saitama shows up and it's over. I found this completely enjoyable. When they wanted you to feel the feels, you felt the feels. When they wanted you to think this is ridiculous and over the top, guess what? It was ridiculous and over the top. I laughed my ass off more than a few times. It's a good experience. It's just good. Yeah, there's a lot of hype, but you know what? It's worth it. Totally worth it. My official rating and my unofficial rating system, totally own-worthy. So own-worthy that it is mecha super awesome. That's right. Get yourself some One Punch Man. This is AniView by Dave. I, of course, am Dave. If you have any questions, comments, confusion, suggestions, put them below, and I will get back to you. See you next time. One Punch! So Saitama lives in like the forbidden zone of the city, so everyone thinks there's something horrible there. And it's just Saitama. He's just so bored and disconnected from like humanity at this point, he doesn't understand or realize that nobody lives around him. He has to go into like the populated part of town to get groceries, but then when he walks home, nobody lives in his like block radius. I don't know. Saitama seems a little oblivious, but at the same time, not so oblivious. So I don't know. I like to think that he does know, and he's just letting it happen so nobody else lives around him, so nobody else gets, you know, hurt when he smashes this monster's face, and then goes home and eats a bunch of seaweed. It was supposed to help with the growth of hair, and then, you know, that's not what happened, so. He trained so hard he went bald. Yes, I love Saitama's bored, regular expression. He kind of just looks like an egg. Then when it's serious face, he's drawn, he's all serious, and he's all defined, and he's got all these lines on him, and he looks fucking heroic and shit. But then, you know, it's over, and then he goes back to being bored. It's hilarious. There's nothing that I can tell you that you probably haven't already heard about this. So, you know, go fucking watch One Punch Man. Shit. One Punch Man is fucking great. Even though it's like ridiculous and the whole thing's like a satirical joke on the hero genre, they know what they're doing enough to when Moomin Rider is getting his ass kicked and they play the emotional music, you want Moomin Rider to win because that's how the story goes. Because that's the trope. Right? That's the trope, and they're using it to their advantage, and frankly, I was one of the people in the crowd going, "Go, Moomin Rider, you can do it!" He couldn't, but I appreciate it. There's a theory that Saitama will become evil because he's so bored, and that's usually the route that this goes, but I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. I hope somebody else becomes evil or turns out to have been evil this whole time and now they have a real fight on their hands. That's what I'm hoping. But, I don't know. We'll see. The webcomic is still going on. The manga is still going on. And obviously, we're getting season 2 of the anime. So, yay! My biggest gripe about this is that we don't already have more, frankly. I would like a little more questions answered, but as long as there's more, there's potential that we could get those questions answered, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So yeah, I mean, One Punch Man! Fucking A!